Seven C's was good, bro. How you loving that new RME? Hey, Queso, what's up, bro? Bluff God, what's up, bro? Back from the dead. Where the fuck you been? This guy got me out here clipping my own videos. Yeah, I watched a decap video about how he sets up his RME, and that was one thing that like really stuck out. Was like, wow, the routing on there. It's almost like it's doll like. You know what I mean? Like it's so everything is so flexible. Nah, Bluff, I'm teasing you, bro. I hope everything's good. Oh, yo, I hate, bro. I see this ad everywhere. Oh, you got a good schedule? What are you working now? Dude, I keep seeing this ad everywhere, bro. And like my wife, listen, I cook. We're gonna have some kitchen talk right now. Here's the content from the producer community that you didn't know that you needed. But Blank man, what's up, boy? What's up? How you doing, bro? Good to talk to you again. Um, bro. So my wife, like, I cook on stainless steel, carbon, that carbon steel. Is it carbon steel? The one that's lighter than I don't know. I don't love that pan anyway, but I cook on that, and I cook a lot on cast iron. Like I make most of my stuff on cast iron, but when I don't use cast iron, I use. And bro, my wife insists on fucking buying these ridiculous struggle T-foul non-stick pans from Publix, right? And then she'll put the damn what's it called? Fork on it, scratch the Teflon, and like listen, I used to fucking smoke Newports, but ever since I got the Rona last year, I just didn't like when I finally got well enough to smoke. I just didn't buy another pack of Newports, and that was a year ago today. That was a year ago today. So this is the longest probably since I've been 14 years old that I've been cigarette free. So whenever I would tell somebody about some shit like yo, that's like super cancerous, they'd be like, "Shut up, dog. You smoke Newports." So fair enough, bro. But now that I don't got the cigarette monkey on my back, like I've been trying to find her like a better non-stick pan that because if she's not gonna listen to me and put the fucking metal utensil in the goddamn pan and scratch the pan, you know what I mean? I need something that won't scratch. And Gordon Ramsay's bitch ass keeps popping up in my social media feed with these fucking pans, bro. Ugh. I'm cussing so much to start this stream. 7 to 4, that's what's up, bro. My boy got that middle school schedule. Thanks for the congratulations, guys. It was always difficult to try to quit smoking, and I feel like I feel like this time, this time is real, bro. Got to get the hexaclad skillet. That's what these shits are, bro. But I like anytime I see a chef endorse something, I'm just like, that's cap. You know what I mean? And bro, I've watched so many reviews on them, and I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I ain't gonna get a set. I'm not buying a set of this bullshit. But I'm thinking about getting her a 12-inch skillet so she can get that T-foul bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I showed her how to use, because you could use a stainless steel skillet and it be non-stick just like a T-foul. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what it is, like some, like people who don't like to cook, they don't, and my wife does not like to cook, bro. She, like, people who don't enjoy like the act of cooking, they will heat things up too hot in order to try to speed up the process, and that always just destroys what you doing, bro. Yo, bluff. Yo, bluff. What are you talking about, son? Yo, that is a crazy name for an album. That is no. No, bro. No, never. That shit looks crazy in text. That shit looks absolutely crazy in text, bro. Bluff God trying to get me canceled off at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, dog. I'm not saying that comment out loud. I've used the hexaclads before. My son's godfather has them and they're crazy. Definitely getting those. See, an endorsement from Seven Seas is way better than an endorsement from Gordon Ramsay. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now, bro. I mean, you guys know I'm in a good mood. I don't know if you guys seen the basketball scores from last night, but the Heat did a thing. Hold up. Blank Man says I've been drinking. I've been 2 months free of Monster, and I've been drinking Monster Energy for like 10 years. Bro, I don't know how you guys drink Monster. The first time I drank a Monster was when that shit first came out. I was going to work, like back when I was working construction, and I like I drank a Monster, and it was a military thing. That checks out. That checks out. So I drank a Monster, and I felt like I bro, I felt like, I can't say this on YouTube, bro. Let me tell you guys what I felt like. Anyway, anyway. Heart just jumping. So yeah, bro. Like I felt like, listen, I felt like, okay, I will put it to you like this. Yeah, bro. Like I felt like I was on drugs, but like I felt like I had the bad part of the drugs and none of the good part. You know what I mean? Like why is my heart moving this fast, but I'm not extremely horny? What's going on right now? This isn't what this is supposed to feel like. It's just crazy, dog. Oh, what do we got here? D Daniels, Celtics all day. You gotta get you gotta get past the MVP, bro. I had the same though. Once I had a monster, I knew what all that shit was about, and I was I never drank energy drinks after that. Never had no G Fuel. You could tell by looking at my face that I don't fuck with pre workout either. You know what I'm saying? The Celsius shit isn't bad. Um, the Celsius shit, bro. All that stuff that has the fake sugar. I hate the taste of fake sugar. I would like. I don't know. I would much rather drink a cup of black coffee than drink fake sugar. I mean, that's how I drink coffee anyway. This isn't what I need. I need something. My sound banks. I need backlight. Heart was throwing a rave without your consent. Yes. Give me some lo-fi keys. Yeah, let's get creepy. Oops. I mean, at least the Yankees won. Yeah. I mean, bro, AD, you knew deep down that it wasn't the Knicks year this year. Like they had a good season. They had a good season. They performed as to as good of a team as they are. You know, they they weren't they weren't really gonna do much more. That's a it's a middle of the road team right there. Jalen Brunson, bro. Jalen Brunson is a bad boy. That Jalen Brunson boy. Jalen Brunson is a bad man. I didn't know his game was like that. I don't think the world know his game was like that. Mark Cuban definitely didn't know his game was like that. Too much. I don't need all that. I want Ime back so badly. Yo, I mean, listen, they were given, they were given the Celtics like in November. They were just giving them the trophy, bro. That's the thing I love about the NBA. You know what I mean? Like all that shit that happens in November, December, January, February, like none of that. Like it's all building towards something, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like if you, I know you guys aren't like tapped in with the Heat and everything, but the Heat played 36 clutch games, which means that the within the last 5 minutes the games were within 5 points. 36 of those games, bro. 36 of those games. So in their regular season, they had a chance to, prepare for these high pressure situations, where everything's got to be perfect throughout half of their games, and you would, if you're like, if you're a casual, you'd look at that and be like, well, if they were a great team, they would be blowing teams out, right? But when you think about how the game works, if you have a great and talented team and they're just out talenting other teams in the regular season, you don't get a chance to test all of that stuff that goes into winning in the playoffs, and that's how a lot of these talent squads fizzle out. Yo, I know an antitrust is happy that Ime is a Rocket now though. Playoff Jimmy is a cheat code. Yeah, Playoff Jimmy is a cheat code because even though it's happened like for a decade, like people still pretend like it isn't a thing. So the Heat get to sneak up on a lot of people because they're just so in shock that Jimmy Butler is a good basketball player. Like I can't believe he could dribble past the defender and make a layup. Because like Jimmy doesn't have like no crazy offensive game. It's not like he's like super fast. He just puts people on his hips and makes his layup. And if he don't make the layup, he make the free throws. You know what I mean? He's a lycanthrope. He turns into MJ in the playoffs. The the thing. So after like watching Jimmy Butler for like these past like, because I didn't know about him when he didn't play for us, bro. So but the thing the thing about Jimmy is he he reminds me he reminds me a lot, and this is gonna sound crazy when I first say it, but just let me finish. He reminds me a lot of when LeBron used to play here, right? And what I mean by that is when when LeBron used to play here, he wasn't a like he would go crazy on defense. He would go crazy on defense. He stopped playing defense after he left the Heat. But LeBron would go crazy on defense, and when he would start the game, he would just like the first quarter, LeBron is just like passing it to people who don't deserve to get passes from LeBron James. So he's passing it to Mario Chalmers, he's passing it to Joel Anthony, he's passing it to just trying to get everybody going. And then by like the end of that, by the middle of that second quarter, if people weren't making those shots, then he would pick up his offense, and like really really great players do that. They like Jimmy's one of those dudes that he's just going to provide whatever the team needs on that given day. So like the Heat, they have streaky shooters, you know what I mean? But if it's a game where everybody's hitting, Jimmy Butler ain't gonna be fucking around in the mid range trying to make shots. He might drop like 16 points, but he's gonna have 4 steals. Yeah, I feel Jokic deserved the MVP award. I mean, Jokic just definitely had a better season than Embiid. Um, but you know how they vote for the NBA for the MVP. Like they just can't give it to fucking a guy 3-4 years in a row. It's not like the MVP is not the who was the best player in the association award. Also, there's like things in the CBA that are tied to the MVP. You know what I'm saying? So all these incentives and contracts and shit like that, it's like it's deeper than a meritocracy. Like the NBA awards are not a meritocracy. Like you look at something like look at Eric Spoelstra, bro. He has never won Coach of the Year. He just beat 2 coaches who won Coach of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy's been fucking coaching for like 20 years. Keyscape Library. You can't give it to him 3 times because he would be the GOAT and he's not the GOAT. You'd be saying that he's better than Shaq, Wilt, and Kareem. Yeah, and the thing is, the MVP like that shit is voted on by media members. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of shit that's going into it. These are the kind of things that they're thinking about when they're giving these awards out. They're not thinking about like who is the most valuable player to the league. If it was a literal award, LeBron would win it every year. You know what I'm saying? LeBron and Steph Curry would win that shit every year because those are the guys that people turn on the TV to watch. Don't nobody turn on the TV to watch Jokic. You know what I mean? People don't even know how great Jokic actually is. You know what I mean? Like they have no idea how good that guy is. I remember I went I think it was back in maybe it was like 2018 because the Heat always play at least for years they always play Denver on or around my birthday. So I went to Denver with a couple of my friends, and my wife was there, their wives were there. It was awesome. We went to Denver and we went to go watch a game over there, and I seen Jokic play in person. I seen Jokic play in person, like in the good seats, and that shit was, I was like, yo, this is, and this was before like his brothers were famous, and this was before he had an MVP. Like the Nuggets were still a young team. I think the Heat were still like rolling out Hassan Whiteside at the time. And yo, he was just like, it was so clear how much better he was than everybody else on the floor. Sixers versus Celtics at Game 7 will be insane. Yeah. Is this right? Yeah. Okay. We need some more textures while we build this out. Him and Doncic are the two most unathletic athletes. Are they really though? I feel like people just call them unathletic because they're white. That's racist, dog. What are we doing? I knew Kyrie wouldn't work there. I mean, bro, the thing is, there's never been a mid-season trade of a star that big, with the exception of what, like let's go way back, like Clyde Drexler, that has made a difference for a team like that in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It just hasn't happened. Durant didn't do it in Phoenix. Kyrie wasn't going to do it out. I mean, the Mavs were already a mess anyway, so putting Kyrie in that mess wasn't going to yield any fruit for them. When Kyrie went to Cleveland, it worked quickly. Kyrie didn't go to Cleveland. Kyrie was drafted to Cleveland, and they sucked dicks. Remember, him and Deion Waiters came out and said that they were the best backcourt in the NBA and proceeded to not make the playoffs. That shit was terrible, bro. It wasn't. It wasn't until LeBron went back to Cleveland and was like, "Hey, so I just went down. I just went down to Miami, and I saw how they did some things. So there's going to be some changes in this organization. We're going to start holding each other accountable." And then, Kyrie couldn't handle that. He was like, "I don't want to be held accountable. I want to burn incense whenever I want." Someone needs to hold the crybaby. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, that's what Luca needs. Luca needs a nice kick in the ass, bro. That's what Luca needs. Boston will never forgive him for that. Forgive him for what? J.R. Smith was so underrated. He just took bad shots all the time. He was a beast. I don't underrate J.R. Smith. I thought J.R. Smith has always been a fantastic ball player. He's a fantastic ball player, but he just doesn't have the highest basketball IQ. That's all it is. Oh, burning sage at the arena. Yeah, that was your boy, bro. You guys loved him. You guys loved him, bro. I think the thing about for me, like growing up in Miami and watching the Heat, like what this organization taught me about professional basketball is that talent is not the most important thing. You know what I mean? There are you have to have I know people hate this word, but it's true, bro. Like you have to have a culture. You have to have something that's like, yo, these are our defining principles, and we're only going to put players in this organization who adhere to these defining principles, because these defining principles are the DNA of who we are. So you can't just go out like, bro, the Heat could have had Kyrie Irving 2 times in the past 2 seasons. The Nets were like, yo, I see that you guys need a point guard. Just take this guy. Just take him. You know what I mean? And the Heat's just like, no, bro. Like, we're not having that in our locker room. You know what I mean? That's not what we do out here. You know what I mean? They tried to it's crazy. Kyrie is so fucking good at basketball, but at the end of the day, talent is not everything, bro. And you cannot like if and you cannot like win with somebody who thinks that talent is everything, because if you have like a super talented ball player and they think that talent is everything, that means they're overvaluing what they're providing. You know what I mean? They think that they're above the coach. They think that they're above the players. They don't have to do the same stuff. You know what I mean? And that just at the end of the day, like if you watch the playoffs, at the end of the day, the role players have to play for the stars. You know what I'm saying? And just little shit that doesn't show up on the box score, like how hard a role player cuts to the basket. You know what I mean? Like if say you've got Kyrie Irving and he's doing his Kyrie thing, and they send two at Kyrie, right? So they send two at Kyrie, but Kyrie, when role player B tried to ask him a question, he just wasn't feeling it that day, and he responded in a way that was aloof or something that made this guy feel some type of way. It, you know he's and because people are petty, and he doesn't want to like cut hard, so so the ball gets stripped from Kyrie instead of getting an easy layup because the role player didn't want to cut hard. You know what I mean? Because Kyrie wanted to argue about flat Earth and question the dude's intellect. Like, bro, that's real stuff that happens in the NBA. What's up, AM? How you doing, bro? Kyrie's in my 5 top point guards of all time. If he wasn't a weirdo, he would be top 3. Allen Iverson would absolutely kill it in this era where you can't touch anything without being a foul being called. Yeah, Allen Iverson would be, but Allen Iverson was not a point guard. Allen Iverson played the two. Remember, Allen Iverson didn't get to where he needed to go until he played with a point guard. Avoiding the slopes, that's no fun. I love how Kyrie stood his ground when the whole world was shitting on him. That was definitely fun to watch. Al- Iverson would be interesting in this league, but dominant, I don't know. I mean, I mean, Iverson was dominant in the. I don't think that there's players that played in the 90s or the 2000s that wouldn't excel in this league. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep in mind, like when you run that thought exercise, you're not like taking them as an NBA player and just putting them here. They're they they're going through the same, you know, through the same. So, like for example, Jordan would have been a 3 point shooter. Allen Iverson would have shot threes. You know what I mean? Because he would have been growing up like watching Jimmer Fredette play and JJ Redick. You know what I mean? He still would have had the same body. He still would have had the same tools. He still would have had the same toughness. Still would have had the same conditions growing up that made him that mentally tough and competitive, but he would also have step backs. You know what I'm saying? I think this is it. I don't even think this needs any more melodic shit to it. I think I'm thinking too hard. I think I just need to put drums on it and get this sounding right. They would do AI like they did Brunson last night. But here's the thing, like the Miami Heat switch everything. Well, they don't they played six different fucking defenses in the course of a game. But the the Miami Heat, like they only send two at a ball handler. They only send two at a ball handler in the last two games of a playoff series. Or if they want to embarrass Trey Young. You know what I mean? Because Trey Young talks too much shit. But they don't send two at the ball. Sending two at the ball isn't like sending two at the ball is like how we play in 2K. But we like they don't NBA don't really send two at the ball like that. And remember, Allen Iverson is not fucking Jason Brunson. Or Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is not fast. Allen Iverson was fast. Like he was like fast twitch, muscles, fiber. Like he could split. Allen Iverson could split a double team, bro. Like I think he'd be all right. And again, he would have like Allen Iverson already had a great jump shot. You know what I mean? He would have he was one of those players that could shoot the three when the time came for it. So he'd be one of these guys that would be like, shooting 25 footers, make you go out there and guard him and then run up and do what he's got to do, Dude, if Trey Young can play in this league and be thought of as a top player, Allen Iverson will be straight, bro. Allen Iverson will be super straight. CMP knows the stuff. And listen, Allen Iverson was my little brother was that person in the house that he wanted to be different from all the other brothers. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't like any of the Florida teams, and he loved Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was his guy. So I watched a lot. I watched a lot of Allen Iverson coming up. Yeah, yeah, that bro, that shit, the punching people in the face and all that bullshit. That's not ball. You followed AI since high school? Empty project, Sam Peasy. Imagine if the NBA still allowed people to fight. Yeah, I mean, it would be like hockey, bro. Like, look, hockey does the shit. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't have been crazy, but yeah, I don't know. I like the fights. Like, listen, the fights in the '90s and '80s, like they were crazy and shit like that. But like if you go back and you look at that Alonzo Mourning fight with Oakley and them, like bro, then Larry Johnson, like none of them were really punching like that. They was missing all their punches, like Brunson scored 41 points. The Heat didn't really shut him down. It was the rest of the team. Yeah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. AI would be okay. AI would be okay. Um, Bro, I remember looking at this number at this number deal right here thinking like why would you ever use that? And now I know, bro. Anything to keep my hands off the touchscreen. Thank you, NPCX. Thank you, Base God. All right, let's get some drums of it. Should we use a snare or a rim shot? That is the question here. That is the question. Do we do Beat Butcher Kid or do we do Jake One Kid? I think this might be a Jake One party, bro. Oh, where's my bro? I love that my computer has an SD card in the front and I can just beep 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 beep. Jesus. That just sounds like a bomb's going off. I was not expecting to make this type of beat, but whatevs. Davis Lee Love says, just curious why you got the older MPCX instead of the newer model. Because it was like $1,500 cheaper. and I got lucky with this one. I didn't know when I bought it, but when I got this one, this MPC like it's used, but you see how clean it is. Like there was no finger shit on the pads. Bro, it had operating system 2.0.7. The day one operating system. No one was using this shit. Jesus. That is that's good. That's good. I like that. We like that here. We like that here. What are you guys talking about? Should have used the 2500 for this beat for the sound. Oh my god, why are you starting? Why are you starting, bro? Why are you why are you a piece of shit? No Rent TV said, "Damn, that's a dope little snare technique that I never that I never thought of doing." All right, so check this out. This has been my like neo boom bap strategy, right? The way that I approach making the beats. It doesn't work at this tempo because um it doesn't it doesn't work at this tempo because it's too fast. But when I do the slower when I do the slower stuff, I'll be wanting to program it like it's South drums, you know what I mean? And what I started doing, and it doesn't work so good on the MPC 2500 because the velocity isn't as like pronounced. I can't get like real crazy ghost notes on it, but on the MPCX you get crazy ghost notes on it, right? So what I do is I will program, let me show you. I'll program like this is like I'll just show you. So I'll program, let me see. I'll do the like for example, I'll do the like the hi-hats. I'll do trap hi-hats, right? But I'll do all the South shit in ghost notes. So it still has that soul and it still has that vibe, but it's in the background taunting you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, South took over hip hop and we're in the back of your boom bap beats now. This shit got swing on it. It's not supposed to have swing on it, but you'll get the picture here in a second. So I'll just tuck that shit really like really far in the back of the really far in the back of the track. It makes your hi hats more dynamic. And then once I started doing it with hi hats, I was like, oh, okay, so like when I want to do when I want to do the dodgy snares, I'll just do the same shit, just turn it all the way down so it's there. All right, so we go here. So you still have that, like you can hear it. You hear that boom, tick, 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 tick. I'm actually keeping those. But that's such a vital, like, listen, people who didn't produce on MPCs back when people were producing on MPCs and then got them, they have like a, a really like romantic idea of how people actually made music on MPCs, right? But when like they think that everything was just turn quantize off and play, and then that's my natural groove, and like they believe the Timberland cap, right? Well, I mean, maybe Timberland was working like that, but the majority of people who were like working on NPCs and getting amazing grooves out of it, they were programming. And remember, beats had less sounds on them back then, so people spent more times on grooves and stuff like that, and people lived inside that list edit, bro, where you could nudge the samples back and forth and adjust the velocities back and forth. That's how like bro, producing with ghost notes and making drum patterns with ghost notes, that shit is a lost art in a DAW. But you hear the difference, like how much more dynamic it makes the drum pattern here. You know what I mean? So that's Tanner, what's up, bro? Am I digging the 2500? Yes. I love working on the 2500. The 2500 is the 2500 is a great machine. Does the 2500 have a sound? The 2500 definitely has a sound. The 2500 definitely has a sound. The question isn't if it has a sound. The question is it good enough? That's what we want to that's what we want to answer. We want to answer, is it good enough? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I appreciate you tapping in, Tanner. CMP did. Listen, I don't know about that stuff. I'm not like, I don't really like get into the crazy the crazy programming, cuz like, listen, bro, here's my thing. Like, when it comes to music vibes, what we hear is the most important thing. Like, the ability to like break it down to the reason why it's happening in the program of the machine or in the program of the doll. Like, it's not really that important. Like, Ableton Live people talking about fucking pan laws is, or FL Studio people talking about Ableton's pan laws. That's, shut up. You know what I'm saying? PCMP, what do you think about the Analog Heat FX? I think I need to sell my Mark II and buy that. That's what I think about it. I want it. I'm sitting here on the 2 Retro right now. The 2 Retro is a nice MPC, bro. I'm lost. So do I buy hardware or just use plugins to get a sound? Why am I having this? Yo, Adrenaline, are you being serious? Or are you fucking with me? I had a 2500. I've been in the game for a long time. I used to fuck with Def Jam South. I did a remix with Trick back in the day. Which remix did you do? Damn it. Even with this big ass touchscreen, it's still a mission to erase something. Your NPC has an iPad on it. You see me. You see me out here. I'm gonna get some of your kits today. I appreciate you, bro. Should I get Kit Maker? It depends on how you like to work, bro. Like, I don't use Kit Maker. I just I like with these new NPCs, as easy as it is to audition the sounds in context. Like, I just like being my own kit maker. What's up, Tyrone? Good morning, man. You're right. My cousin used to use his 2500 like that. Put the hi hats on 16 levels and just use the lowest and next lowest hi hat to do rolls in between the main louder hi hats. Exacto. Exacto, bro. Yeah, dude. Like, but that was the thing. Like, so when people predominantly made hip hop music on MPCs, guys, they they did not struggle. You know what I mean? They knew the MPC inside and out. They knew what they were trying to achieve. It was a drum machine. They were making amazing drum grooves, and they understood how to program them. And you see it now. Like if you watch some of these now, all of a sudden everybody knows how Dilla did his shit because they read the book. And in the book, he didn't turn off quantize and just play his drums live like everybody thought. Like he was a DAW programmer. He was meticulously going through the list edit and moving stuff around until the groove sounded right. He wasn't like playing this groove that was unique from his soul being whispered to him by the ancestors. But bro, he was fucking programming programming and list edit. It's the reason why list edit is still on these things to this day. South Florida all day. That's what's up. Let me hear this.
Tuck that, tuck that, tuck that, tuck that, tuck that I see you ain't nice out. Tuck that I see shine like a lighthouse.
Yeah, we back. Rick Ross with the strongest motherfucking team in the streets. Take Masters Inc.
Tuck that I see you ain't nice out. Tuck that I see shine like a lighthouse. Tuck that I see you ain't nice out. Lights on, I shine like a lighthouse. My shit is platinum, these ass.
You're not on this one? Can you show us list edit? Yeah, list edit is where is it? That's list edit. No Rent TV. No Rent TV showing up for Pompano. That's what's up, bro. So the list edit will show you like what pad is being triggered, how long it's being triggered for, the velocity of the pad. Um, this shit has a probability on it now. You know what I mean? And you could and like on the 2500, you could assign it. Do you want it to go this way on the beat, or do you want it to go that way? Right. So that's how like That's how like when Dilla would have his drums, like it would be like that kick would land on the one, and then everything else would be pushed way far behind the beat, and then there'd be like another kick that was, like the kick that showed up on a backbeat or something. He would have that hard quantized, so it would be like this push pull thing that would go on. Like dude was a scientist with the drum programming, bro. I heard that Dilla did the whole Donuts LP on an SP303. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. Browser, we gotta look for some accents now. Shots. Here. Oh, let's go. That's what Poppy needed. That's what Poppy needed right there, bro. They just need a little bit of that to glue it together. Give it the little squish. All right, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? All right, let me see here. Let's go. Sampler steps. Where am I going? I'm going to sample edit. Let's see here. Let's go to mixer. I needed this. Just a tuck. Hit him with that PJ Tucker. John Smith says, "This is not an itty bitty beat, bro." I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. It's that MPCX sound. It's the Sonics. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Somebody posted it. What should I buy? I'm running my retro through the Tascam Model 12, matching up the channels. Is that doing anything for you? Can you use the hardware EQs on that thing? I never understood the way you guys were using that mixer. I seen people doing different stuff with it, and I never really got it. Oh, okay, so you can use the hardware EQs on it. That's awesome. Adrenaline says I got the same setup with my Live 2. You can also USB it. Yeah, the USBing it, I didn't understand because I was like, why? Well, that's not that's not cash money. Oh, let's see here. I'm debating on the 6 and the new analog heat. Which, I mean, I think I've said in the past 3 videos that the SSL6 is the best deal in pro audio. You get so many SSL components and you get so many SSL components for such an amazing price. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on that. Can you update the RAM and storage on your MPCX? That's really all Akai did to the new model. Yeah. I mean, I think the way you guys frame that is kind of unfair to Akai, because the it's not a new MPCX. It's just an MPCX. Like, it's an MPCX. It's the MPCX Special Edition. It's not like the MPCX 2, you know. What do you do? Your Portico 2? What Portico? You talk about the 4-track? Oh no, I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind. I was like, I know that. You talk about the compressor. You talking about that nice Neve compressor. Yeah. Yeah, no, Black Lion has a mod for the NPC. I just don't understand what it does. I mean, I know it's better for the inputs. It lowers the noise floor. So it makes it, it that, and that's awesome. Is the new analog heat a one-stop shop for sound effects? Would you need anything else hardware wise? Oh my god. There's no one-stop shop hardware wise, bro. Let me just tell you that right now. If there was, I wouldn't have all this shit. There's no one-stop shop hardware wise. You know what I mean? But what it is, it's a very powerful multi-effects box. Where in Florida am I at? I'm in Port St. Lucie. I graduated from South Florida. I remember like having to drive like past Port St. Lucie for work and shit. And I would look out the window on the turnpike, and I'd look at these houses in Port St. Lucie. I'd be like, where the fuck do those people work, bro? If I could find out how to make money in Port St. Lucie, I'd move there. Oh, you just down the road? Where you at? Craftmaster Production. I'm asking for people who want to get theirs up to date specs. Riviera where? Riviera Beach in West Palm? You're asking if I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, Tanner, I work with like school board in Palm Beach County, so I'll be out in Riviera all throughout Palm Beach County. I actually just found the most amazing pizza spot in Northwood. I was like, first of all, I was in Northwood. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here, bro? I was like, what am I doing here? And there's this place called Wise Guys Pizza, and it's just one bald white man in there. And I was like, oh man, this shit might be good. And I go in there. He's like, dude, what you go? And bro, you know about wise guys? Yo, I listen. I got that pizza, put it in my because I have a bad habit, like because I don't eat during the day. Like I'll be fasting until 2. I'll eat a protein bar, but sometimes I fuck up and I don't bring my protein bar and I get super hungry and I make a bad decision. So I gotta I go there and I get the pizza. I'm like, yo, like once you go in there, because like Florida, our pizza sucks. There's only a couple like places that you could get like pizza. Like once you know what pizza's supposed to be, right? And yo, I had to call him, dog. I called the store back. I was like, yo, you made this pizza? He's like, yeah, we'll do. I was like, dude, this is fantastic, bro. I just want to let you know in case nobody told you today that you were a scientist, and I appreciate you. I think they got their dough. It gets, I don't know if it was just mine. It got like a little too bready, but I was I was thoroughly impressed. I was very happy. You know him for 20 years. I mean, you lucky, bro, because that dude he's nice. He's nice, bro. Like he's like you know respect, bro. Because I be trying to cook, and I have I get my shit off, but he's I can't I can't wait to make another bad decision and fucking eat a 14-inch pizza. New York style implant business owner? Yeah. Do I know right? No, I don't. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody in the studios down here. When I moved up here, it was like I was pretty much done like running around doing studio shit. You know what I mean? Like I made my YouTube channel and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give back to people who are trying to like figure it out, and if I could show them shortcuts on how to how to do their music, that'll be dope. But I had pretty much stopped like the pursuit of like going to the studio and trying to give beats to new artists and stuff like that. Nah, bro. I don't I'm not up on that. cool, bro. I knew you were down the road. I told my wife that shit. We watched the show every fucking week. G shit. That's what's up, bro. I need some Freddie Gibbs bars on this. Yeah, me too, bro. My little brother's got a studio in Nashville, so we've been playing the game since 2000, all the ups and downs, the whole roller coaster ride. My biggest claim to fame was that remix that I did with Trick Daddy. I want to hear it, bro. I want to hear it. I mean, like, because I feel you, bro. Like, um, my MPCX beats are doper, no cap. Well, I'm John. I'm building right now. You know what I mean? Like like the reason. So what I'm focusing on as a part of, you can't find it online no more. What I'm focusing on as a part of this as a part of like this NPC season is I'm like really paying attention to textures and just getting, cause I made beats on MPC, you know what I mean, but I'm just focusing on like doing either like samples or like making my own samples and then applying the correct textures and using that that philosophy that Alchemist talks about in his course, where he's like, the reason why he uses the MPC is so that he can have one machine and then make everything sound, glued together in that one machine. So when he passes it off somebody to mix, like they can't fuck up his beat. You know what I mean? And that's like, that's a side of production that, I've never explored, never cared to get good at. And each, like, you'll watch like cause I'll make like 50 beats, with these machines. And as I keep going, I'm going to get better at that technique. This one is a good one. This is a really good sounding one. But the point is that you don't need a specific machine to get that texture. What you need is to just use your machine and focus on getting that texture, bro. Dude, I'm sure it was on the radio. That's why I want to hear it because I'll bet I know it, bro. Like, I'm from down here, bro. So it's fucking super Trick Daddy fan. Um, like my thing was I always wanted to get a record to Ross or do a record with Ross, cuz like by the time I was really like good enough to like get placements and shit, like Trick Daddy wasn't active like that. He was dealing with his health, but I wanted to work with Ross. I never got to Ross, but I did 3 with Gunplay, and that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. I mean, I got to, I mean, like it wasn't like no like email beats neither. It was like come to the studio, play some shit. So let's see what we got. Oh, that checks out. That totally checks out, Tanner. That definitely checks out. Yeah, but I'm definitely fucking definitely from the soil, bro. Memorial Hospital, Hollywood, Florida, 1982. your Studio One beats and etc. are dope, but these beats have been next level. Yeah, I mean, but you know what it is, John, is like so I it's bro, this is like I feel like I feel like I've given um I'll tell you like this. I feel like I've given like YouTube I feel like I've given like YouTube enough. You know what I'm saying? As far as like here's how to use Studio One, guys, and here's a quick tip for this and here's that, you know, I just want to make music now. You know what I mean? I just want to make music and the music specifically that I like I like trap music, but you know what I mean? And there's some trap songs that I love, but I don't love trap music like I love Wu-Tang. I don't love trap music like I love fucking um 8 Ball and MJG. You know what I mean? Like that's just, you know. So I was like, why am I spending all my time, like working on trap stuff, making trap samples, showing people how to make trap samples. You know what I mean? Because I kind of unlocked the cheat code when I got into making samples because I started making samples and I was like, all right, I could just let somebody else worry about making this a trap beat. You know what I mean? Um, and then I was like, yo, like what, like why am I like spending time like really making trap at all? I still love Southern drums, but I would much rather make drums that sound like, like we started the shit than I would make drums that sound like Future, you know? Plus, like, there's not really an advantage of like staying trap heavy anymore because the way that bro, like God bless Griselda and fucking Rock Marcy and Freddie Gibbs, you know what I mean? Because they just like now people want to see like regular rap beats, you know what I mean? And they added and like people like Alchemist, they've added so much more to it where it's not just chop a break, put a sample, you know what I mean? Like there's like the amount of like digging in that you could do with a trap beat and the attention to detail, because you guys know like to make good trap you have to like you got to be a scientist at that shit, you know what I mean? It's not just it's not as easy as it sounds. Like gone are the days where you could just go on a fucking piano and go do 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 do, you know what I mean? Like it's not like Shoddy Red type beats anymore, you know. Yeah, bro, like, you know, like when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, you know, you get into all that stuff where you start like looking at what's trending and what do people want to watch. And like, bro, like now, like, to be honest with you, like, I don't fucking care, bro. Like, if people pull up to the stream, they pull up to the stream. If people don't pull up the stream, people don't pull up to the stream. I'm not trying to sell products. I'm not trying to get free licenses for fucking VSTs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to advertise for companies, you know. I'm just trying to cook up and hang out with you guys, you know. Listen to those drums, bro. Thank you, Jake One, for sharing your ASR drums with us. We appreciate you, buddy. What's up, Still Chipping? Urban Street says, I haven't seen a real thumbnail title from you in a minute. Yeah, bro. Because, like, it's like I was saying, bro. Like, I don't fucking care, dude. Like, I'm not like, trying to grow my channel or hit any numbers or nothing. I'm just just having fun online, bro. Because this shit has gotten goofy, dog. Like, the whole like YouTube producer space is super goofy. Am I going to upload these beats to BeatStars or anything? I don't think so. They'll just go in my folders with my buddies who still make music. You know. Maybe I'll get bored one day and I'll make a song live with you guys, you know. Just having fun. Wonder if the average consumer can hear that. Because if the average consumer can't hear it, I should delete it, right? That's what the streets have been saying. You should structure your whole production philosophy around the average consumer. The NPCX is working. You doing 50 of these vids? I'm doing a lot of them. You know, not every beat I make is on camera. You know what I mean? Because sometimes like when I'm playing the game, I'll I'll be sitting here like playing Star Wars or something, lose to a boss, and then I'll make like half a beat and then go back to the boss. Shit like that. What streaming deck are you using? I sure love them overlays. Those are all assets that I don't even know what a streaming deck is. Those are all assets that I kind of just collected. Just seen an idea and was like, yo. Oh my God. No. Oh no. Dude, hold on. I hope this doesn't fuck up the sound. Otherwise, I'm going to have to retrack this. Fuck. Fucked up. Oh man, when I didn't change the BPM of my man. Nah, I'm not doing that again right now. Trap music died with the YSL Rico. Damn. That's terrible. Yeah, but Tyrone, this this background overlay that came from Photoshop. Adobe has like a thing where if you go for their Photoshop assets plan, they'll give you a demo of it, and they'll give you enough credits to download some of these assets. And bro, like Adobe has such killer assets. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put my. You could cancel it at any time. So I downloaded my 3 assets and then I canceled that shit, bro. I was like, done. Done. Yeah. Oh, you sent the tracks?
Kane is in the building.
Tuck that icy, and you ain't nice out. Tuck that icy, I shine like a lighthouse. Tuck that icy, and you ain't nice out. Lights on, lights off, I shine like a lighthouse. Tuck that icy, and you ain't nice out. Tuck that icy, I shine like a lighthouse. Tuck that icy, and you ain't nice out. Lights on, lights off, I shine like a lighthouse. Mush this platinum, these air wearing white gold. See, I'm too smart to lease cars, all my shit paid for. And why should I rent a house when I can buy it and write it all? Making my Florida home for the summer, round winter time, just rent it out.
You did this beat or you're on it, or you're on the record? Oh, what happened? What happened? Why? Whatever.
Yo, as we ride into the sunshine, these bright clouds and the sky just out of step. I'm southbound down to every night, and you know that's right. What's up, dog? I got baby Dave by my side, slapping that bass to keep these girls legs trembling. Baby, it's okay, it's alright. Like it could be that them boys that sling from sweet candy skies. You can believe them, yeah. I like to get to the part where the sun's beating up and down my body. Boxy ball beaches, VI's the hood dip fell on my fingers, but SFLA treat me good. You best believe that shit. Down bottom of Riviera Beach. Chasing after all these finest chicks leading me to beaches. Reached out to the Caribbean, boat rides into the Bahamas for the weekend, no tides. Cigarette boats and times speeding to South Florida, baby. Ain't California dream. Guess who live through all these public speakers? I don't mind as long as I get to ride, girl. You know every bit of this is right. I stay SFLA, y'all should come see us.
What made you guys go with the live instrumentation back then? Oh, you guys were a band. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, whenever I hear like guitar, drum, bass guitar, like whenever you hear like tracked instruments on your studio setup after making like hip hop with samples, you're just always like, fuck, that shit sounds so much better than everything I do. I hate it. Do you still have the MPC 5000 you bought? No, it's a 2500, and I still got it. I still got it, baby. It ain't going nowhere. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna go get on with Saturday. I appreciate you guys tapping in this morning. I definitely found a couple new textures, and then when I'm not pissed off at myself for wasting my time tracking that beat, I'm gonna retrack it. But you guys keep it simple and do not be basic.